Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Her Journey, where Her stands for healing, evolving, and redefining this journey that we all go on life and how we grow and change in life. And I am your host, Cassandra Cass, and my co-host
is Jackie Cameron.
And so today I have my oldest friend in the world, Veronica Griffin. She's actually going to be talking about her business that she actually is going to be having with her three beautiful daughters. I'm excited because this is something that I had another guest on from my high school, and just to let us know, it's never too late to get started. And she talked about how she just started transitional homes, but if you have a desire and a passion for it, it's never too late to do it. And it is really, really, I'm really excited for her to come on and tell us about this new venture that she's undertaking with her three girls. And I'm going to let her take it away. And the girls are going to introduce themselves. And then we're going to just kind of dive into a little bit more about how the business runs.
Hey, hi, I'm Veronica. Everybody call me Ronnie. Cassandra knows me as Ronnie. We've been together forever. We grew up together in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we I just went on a cruise with her, so we had a wonderful time.
Okay, nice.
Yes, we did. But yes, as Cassandra said, yes, we are starting a business. We do have a heart for the disabled. It's been like that seems like all our lives. It started with my mother and father. They had their foster children. I got two adopted brothers. My sister has two adopted sons. Everybody that's involved in our life are really either some kind of capacity of being disabled. So we were destined to be doing this. It's just unfortunately I'm just so old. So my daughters is the one. My daughters are the one who's really gonna be running it. And Renita, I do really want her to do the main talking because she's our administrator. She's the one who's doing all the paperwork, doing everything. Yeah. So I would love to just go ahead and turn it over to her or one of the other ones and talk about what we're really trying to do here.
Yeah. Well, it takes everything. So, there's always somebody, one does one thing, one does something else. But all together, it's going to make a wonderful business, I'm sure. So,
yeah, well, she's the boss. She's the boss.
She's the boss.
I'll go last, though.
No, you can go ahead and explain what we're trying to do.
Well, again, I'm Renita. I am the baby of us three, and the one who does all the research. And I wish I can say I can control it, but I can't. I'm just a life learner, and that's what I do. So I just took the initiative to get us our feet off the ground because my sisters and my mom just have so much talent. And I'm just tasked with making sure that runs. And so that's what I'm doing is just kind of getting the business because people, especially us, we have ideas, we have the type of creativity that just allows a company or a business to run. So I'm honored that they left me with this task to get them started and then just watch our business grow.
Now, what's the title of it and can you explain what the business is?
So the name of our business kind of like followed us our whole life. It's called Let Me Care. And that name actually started off as my mom's daycare.
Oh, wow.
Interesting enough, we did get quite a few children that was in some kind of capacity disabled, and we didn't really realize, but worked with them good. So it kind of started off there. So when we decided to go about this business, it was natural, like that's the name. We were trying so hard to find something else, but that's our name.
Right in front of your face, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So now, I know, Ronnie, you take care of people in your home right now.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that and how that works. And I'm just amazed that, like you said, of last month you took them on a cruise. Like that's just
Nice.
special, and you never hear about that.
Yeah.
So
Well,
tell us a little bit about that.
I had 3 adult disabled women.
Mhm.
One has cerebral palsy, the other one is just more of a intellectual. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're 44, but they have a mindset of maybe what, maybe 10.
16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I
Mhm.
have 3, and Salida she also
I
has
have 2.
she has
Oh,
2.
really?
It's an
Mm-hmm.
adult, disabled home, and they
Mhm.
live with
Okay.
us. We take
Mm-hmm.
care of
Okay.
them 24. We take care of them 24/7. We
Wow.
make sure they go
Nice.
to their programs. We make sure they go to their doctor's appointments. We
Mm-hmm.
may take them to the movies, take them out for
Mm-hmm.
dinner. And
Mhm.
like she said, we just came back from a cruise. The one young lady who's been with me for 4 years, this is her 3rd cruise. And then
Wow.
the other one
Nice.
been there with me for 3 years. This is her 2nd cruise, and then the last one is her 1st cruise. So
Wow.
that's exactly what we do. We just take care of them. There's no days off. I mean, there is a
Mm-hmm.
pay, but
Yeah.
you got to
But that's
outweigh
not what you
everything
do it
bad.
for. I
Right?
know.
Oh no, trust me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we do. They'll come home. The main thing that I had to do with mine, because they are more of a high functioning
Mhm.
adults, is make sure I don't have to make sure they're up, because they do get up on their own.
Oh,
One
that's good.
help the other one. The one who's been here the longest, she's more of the mama. She think, even though you know, and she'll get everybody up. I mean, to the
Yeah.
point where, did you take your medicine? Did you brush your teeth? Everything. They work so good. I've really
Yeah.
been blessed in that area as far
Yeah.
Nice.
as having them. Between my
Yeah.
husband and I, we make sure they have dinner. Um,
Yeah.
every week I sit down with them. Okay, what do y'all want for lunch and breakfast and lunch? Because they have to take their lunch to with them. We'll go over the list. I'll take them to the store. They'll go pick
Mhm.
up whatever they want. Then I'll pay for it. So I try to make it as independent for them as much as possible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I
That
don't know.
is
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
do the
Salida.
same thing. I'm Salida. I'm the middle child. Um, yeah, and I do the same thing. I have 2 young women. One has Down syndrome and the other
Mm-hmm.
has autism.
mhm.
Hers is on a higher functioning autism, but she's also has an intellectual disability. And the newest one, she just came to me a month ago, and I
Okay.
had my other young lady, she was with me for a year and a half now. They just have different personalities, so like I would love to take the one that I had the longest, but she's not into really cruises. So it's like you just go off. I wish you would go on it. She
Yeah.
just said it this past week just because I feel like she told me she was jealous because I took the newest girl with us. She was like, you gotta take me on a cruise. I'm like, okay, we'll go on a cruise. But they're like, it's so much fun taking them. We went to Disney World with them for 8
Oh
days.
man.
Went to
Wow.
Vegas with
Universal
them. Well, one
Studios.
of them, she wanted to go for her birthday, so we went there. It was me, Vanessa, and my mom and my dad. So it's like it's just I don't like how people are treated in this community because they feel like they can't do nothing or go places.
Yeah.
And some of them have been in homes for 15 plus years doing nothing and not
Wow.
seeing anything because I feel like that's what happened with Mandy, the one my mom is with. She was with her for 15 years, the other one. And it's like they don't do anything with them. And they're just
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm.
it's it's just horrible how they were
Yeah.
treated.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Me and my husband in our household, I do not cook. I do not. I will not. So my husband cooks the meals.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do the cleaning. I do the cleaning. I do if you need tissue, I got you. You need soap, you need some cleaning products. I
Yeah.
got you. I do not cook. And it just helps having a balance in a
Right.
house home where
Yeah.
you have supportive people. Because my husband is the one's like, we should try it. I'm
Okay.
very, 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 very private. Very. And I like things a certain way. I like things I'm just
Control.
controlling in that aspect.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
the first young lady we had, she just decided to go and she wanted to be independent because she was her own guardian. So they have that right.
Yeah.
So she just decided she wanted to go independent. But before her, I was just like, it was scary. I was like, I locked my doors when she first came. I just like, because I've never
Yeah.
Right.
done this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you get past like a few weeks, it's like, that's not bad. Like, they're really
Yeah.
sweet people. Like, they're so nice. I
Yeah.
mean, you do have the people who are more aggressive, but it's
Yes.
just because people don't work with them well. And you
Yeah.
just got to be
Um,
patient with them and
Yeah.
help them. And unfortunately, it's not like that for everybody. But I have been blessed to have two
um,
wonderful young ladies in my
yeah.
household, and they are clean. So that helps too.
That always
But I
helps.
do. I
Yes.
love it. I love what I do.
That's
Oh, that's really
awesome.
sweet.
Now with
That's really
Vanessa,
sweet.
Vanessa, she's our party girl, our party animal.
Oh,
And she does all the activities. Like I just had a birthday party for the one. We had a paint and sip. It wasn't, of
Oh,
course,
nice.
it wasn't alcohol, but it was a paint and sip,
Mhm.
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Vanessa, she ran that for us.
Entertainment.
She had all
Yeah.
her friends, and they had a ball. But Vanessa, you want to say a little bit what you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. So yeah, I'm we're the event best friend type. um,
Vanessa's my oldest.
yes, I'm the oldest of all three.
Okay.
I probably act like the youngest because I'm just so more. But I mean, it works. Like we got my sister who's serious, that's more stern, and then I'm the fun one. So we balance.
Balance.
You
Yeah.
know your place. You know what you're doing.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. No, I love it. Like, when my sister Selena was saying that we went to Vegas, she had asked her client like, "Who do you want to go to Vegas with?" She was like, "Vanessa." Like, I'm sure they have fun. Like, make sure you have time, and I'm not putting a boundary on them. Like, no, like you want to do this, let's go do it. Let's have fun. Like,
Yeah.
and we make sure they feel independent. Like
Mm-hmm.
to the point we like, okay, wait a minute. No, you ain't that independent now, but it feel like they don't feel different.
Yeah.
Because society put that stigma on them that you're different than others,
Yeah.
and we don't. So yeah, that's where I come in at. I just want to have fun, a good time. Whenever my mom a party, she like, Vanessa, I need you. I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
When she want to go out, I'm there. Like I'm that person, and I don't trust me. I don't cross boundaries on people's jobs because I do not want to research nothing, and I don't learn and on people like Selena. So I stay over here in my good box.
Wow. See,
I love
I
that.
love it.
I love
And just oh,
balance
sorry.
so that
yeah.
get they can get the difference of all types of
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all types of worlds. You're gonna learn to be respected, but you're gonna also have fun. You're
Yeah.
gonna learn how to be in society, but you're still gonna have time. So I love that
Yes.
about our.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just to
Absolutely.
add why
It
she keeps
takes all
saying that
kinds.
is because she is tasked with the activities and training, and including my mom because she's also the same way visionary with activities. Sita and I is operations, so Sita does
Okay.
HR, making sure structure is there. So that's why
Yeah.
she mentioned the sternness and making sure everything's in order, and she has the fun. So
Yeah.
we do balance each other out that way.
So do
Absolutely.
you all do trainings? Like it sounds like you all should be doing trainings like for the state and for other agencies because you
Yeah,
all are
I
just
received that
amazing.
though.
it is, but it is hard too because we have had training just because of the business that me and my mom is first, the company we're part of. You have to have training and your CPR and all that,
Mhm.
fingerprints. So we do have like training in that aspect, but I did work with children with disabilities back in Buffalo.
Mhm.
I worked at a school called Summit and it was for children with disabilities. And I worked there for 3 years. So I just have a lot of training and
Mm-hmm.
aggression because I was a part of the aggression team. It was called a C team, crisis team. I was
Mhm.
a part of that team. So it's like that job was the first job that actually taught me patience on another level
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
because it was just another beast that I got into somebody helped me get into because she was a part of it. And I'll just stay there 3 years until we move. But it just taught me so much on a different level as far as how they think. Some certain things they would never think of to do, or like a lot of people get frustrated because like, why can't you get this? But their minds are different. You have to remember, like, their minds are different. It's not like a typical person that how they think. So even when people take advantage of you, this world do not care you have a disability. They do not care. They don't have nothing in place for them. They don't have safety. And I will snap on somebody in a heartbeat, especially if you live in my household and you're with me and I'm taking care of you. And I see you getting mistreated, or anybody. If I see anybody with disability being mistreated, I will come for you, because it's that bad that people do not care. Even healthcare, police officers are not trained. And I just, like, far as training, like you said, Miss Cassandra, I want to educate people on that level too. Like, have people, firefighters, police come for training, stuff like that. We will provide, like, eventually when we get to that step. But I think that's important.
Really as you can see that like I said, we've grew up in this. I mean, this is all we do, and we do have the heart for it. We do have the passion for it. Part of our business, that is one of the things that we will be doing, this training where we would teach young people how to work in society. We'll go there and check on them, make sure they're doing correctly. So it's a beginning stage. But we're slowly getting there. It is hard getting into this business with the state, because there's so many rules and regulations and so many. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so much, and I can understand. I can understand to a certain point, but sometimes it's just really, really hard. But once you're in it, you're in it. But getting in it, that's where the problem lies.
And the new business that you all are starting, because you all are going to be a part of this new business, correct?
Right.
What is different about that? Like, tell me what the difference is aside from what you all do right now, because each of you take care of someone in your home. But this new venture is adult daycare. Are you going to have a separate facility, or what is that?
So it's no longer going to be an adult day program. They're not soliciting for that. However, the beauty of that is that we've already had the blueprint to start what's called GSE, which is pretty much preparing them for employment. They want the disabled people to be able to integrate and with stereotypical people and be able to work and maintain their jobs. And so they want them to have training on hygiene, socialism, and also training on that particular work. So we'll be tasked with reaching out with these employers, seeing exactly what they want them to learn, so that we can translate that to them in a more patient and comfortable environment. So because we have already had that included in what we wanted to do in our day program, it was such an easy transition. We're just going to focus right on that. So that's what we're doing now. And then we'll start a program, and Vanessa, my mom, will still be tasked with training them in an exciting way, still getting them ready. And then we'll also be working with children as well. So high schoolers who are also looking to get in an employment. So that just kind of brought in our demographic a little bit. But we'll be training them as per usual. We'll still have a facility. It's just not a day program. We'll be working with more high functioning disabled members.
Wow, you guys, that's amazing. I am in awe. Like I was saying, I really wish that you could do this across state lines, because the passion, the compassion that you have, and the heart that you have for this is just amazing. And so many people need to see this and hear this. Jackie, do you want to add something?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just sitting here thinking like, wow, this is awesome. So how do you currently get your clients now that you have, or you I know your mom mentioned something about the state. Are you a part of the state system that they send clients to you, or do you reach out to agencies and obtain your clients? How does that work?
We'll be into their database as an agency, so we'll automatically be considered an option. And then from that point, it'll be word of mouth. We already
Okay.
have connections with their coordinators. So both my mom and Salita's coordinators already know what we're trying to do. They're ready
Okay.
for us to get started. My daughter is autistic. She has a coordinator. This coordinator has over 60 something clients she already sees. She's already ready for us. So I have a personal stake into why I'm doing this. I want my daughter to be treated correctly when she wakes up
Yes.
and ready to work.
Yeah.
So we already have those avenues where those individuals know a lot of people, and then also with us being in the community. So
Yeah.
although my mom and Salita has the clients, when they
Mhm.
have events like plays or something, they see the entire family. So we've always
Okay.
been there so people know who we are.
That's
And
awesome.
and as
Yeah.
far as the support, like the young ladies that live with us, their support coordinators know us and they know what we do and how we do things. And they
Yeah.
say, like, look, when you need people, we're gonna send them your way because we have that rapport that
Yeah.
they know that we will treat them with like
Yeah.
good and make sure they
Mm-hmm.
are well and have
Mm-hmm.
everything they need. So it's about reputation, word of
Yep.
mouth. So it's
Yeah.
like that's
Oh,
why I feel like,
Tracy.
yeah, even the DTAs that they go to, they know where to send them. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I love the fact that you guys are a family doing this. Sometimes, the vision is across the board with all of you guys, and you can hear the compassion and the love in your hearts in it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you might have a couple family members that want to do it, but to see a whole family that has a heart for people and
Yeah.
that compassion, that is incredible. And as you're talking, I was thinking, I'm a parent. I have a son who has autism and he is now 32 years old.
Oh,
And
okay.
so just thinking about all of the things that I've gone to him, he does well. He actually lives in a residential setting. And they do a pretty good job. They take them out and I do surprise visits. Everybody knows me there as a mom, but he is doing pretty well in that environment. He comes home to visit, he comes home on the weekends, but they do a great job of taking them out in the community. Every Thursday, they send out an email so you know what's going on for the weekend, who's on call, what are they doing. They go to amusement parks. So they do a really nice job, but I just love, he hasn't gone on a cruise though. So you guys just have that, I was sitting here listening. I'm like, okay, maybe we need to move to Arizona.
Yes,
I
But
was
yeah, so just the heart that you have for this is like you treat them like family. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And that's important because they deserve to have that respect and to be seen as individuals. I always like to say I don't like saying disabled. I don't like to use the word disabled individual. I said individual with a disability. Individual that's disabled because I'm going to put the individual first before
first,
I
yeah.
put their disability. And so
It's
I love, I'm sorry.
it's funny that you say we treat them like family because when we went to Disney World, our clients, they're all white. All of our clients are white.
Oh, okay.
So, and we're black, of course. So
Yeah.
when we go into line, you know how they ask how many people's in
Yeah.
your party? Well,
Yeah.
my client, it was like 9 of us, I think, at the time. And so, it was, I mean, they were like in between us. So they thought that her and a couple other people was by themselves. She's like, oh no, we're family.
When we
I
go,
love that. I love that. That family
Mike, you're
can
not
look like
ashamed of
Oh,
anything.
that.
Nancy, you
So,
breaking up.
yeah, you guys are doing such an amazing job and it
Yeah.
shows your heart and your passion. And, God is just smiling down and going to bless this business tremendously because
Yes.
we need people like you all across
Definitely.
America to really, really make them
Spread
feel like
this word.
family and make them feel
Yeah.
love. You guys to make them feel loved, seen, and heard.
Yes.
And so those are three fundamental important things for everybody. So I'm proud of you guys. I just met you today, but I'll be like, ooh, people be talking about you guys. I'm
Yeah,
like,
matter
it's
of fact,
so
I need one of my daughters to come over because tomorrow they at one of the churches, the church that they go to, they have a special need church. And I mean, it's a church, but they have a special need
these
classes.
service.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And they have every year they have a big prom where they all get all dressed up.
Oh
So
my
Vanessa, I
goodness.
need
Wow.
you. They get all dressed up with the makeup. They wear gowns. I mean,
That's
they
so
turn the
nice.
whole church into a dance, like a dance.
Mhm.
That's so
So
awesome.
much
Make sure they,
fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
That's
sure
so
they
awesome.
hold these things in the prom too.
But we had fun
That's so
last year,
good.
didn't we, Vanessa?
Yeah, that's so good. I think that was one of the challenges for me with my son finding a church that welcomes
Mhm.
that, because when he was younger he could have vocalization, so he could be loud, like
Yeah.
it's okay to be loud when the praise team's going, but then when the pastors are talking, like, we need
Yeah.
some silence. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I would find myself like outside more than I was
More.
inside trying, and it
Mm-hmm.
became frustrating, and I was just like, okay. But so we would just stay for praise. I started to like, God, give me the wisdom how to do this. And then we would sometimes leave before the sermon came up because it just
Okay.
wasn't a fit for him. And then you got everybody turning around looking at you, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I'm like, could somebody help me?
Well,
Instead of just
it worked out. It worked out pretty good because the church that I take them to, I mean, it's more their style,
okay.
and they go on a Monday. They have church. They have church on
Oh,
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So on
okay.
Sundays, my husband and I go to our church,
Oh,
and on
nice.
Mondays I take
They
them
go
to
there.
their church, and
Mhm.
it works
Oh,
out
That's
so well.
good. And that's what I was, I had a conversation with my then pastor. I'm like, can't we just do a special service just for people with disabilities,
Yeah,
and
and
just
they
have
love
people
it.
that in there that understand this, because this is just not, so you're missing a whole community of people who would come,
Yeah,
but they
Mhm.
don't come because they don't feel comfortable. So
right.
right.
I don't really see a lot of special needs services here in Massachusetts where they
That's
accommodate special
amazing.
needs at
Yeah.
church.
Well, they
And
got
that,
baptized and everything.
Mhm.
what?
Oh yeah, we went there. They got baptized. I mean, they had, like I said, they have their own room, their music and everything.
That's
They
so
love it.
good.
They love it. They invite
Mhm.
their friends and everything. So
Yeah.
They're all
See.
trained.
yeah,
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a missing
That
element.
is
So,
yeah.
amazing.
yeah, that is
That is truly
absolutely.
amazing because
Yes, you guys
I
are.
have never heard of anything like that.
Nope.
So
Never heard
whenever
of
you
anything like
come, I'll take you there.
Yes, we'll meet the Sandra. We're gonna have to come.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to bring Nicholas. His name's Nicholas.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
That'll be
Yes,
great.
yes.
You ain't leaving me nowhere. Ronnie, this is the
Yes.
Jackie that was supposed to come on the cruise,
Yep.
but
Oh.
she ended up
Sorry.
having to move.
Yep.
Oh.
And I said,
Hmm.
you guys, because you have that soft spirit, and I was like,
Hmm.
y'all would work out just well.
Yeah,
Well, next
absolutely.
on the next one, the next one.
Yes. We're gonna have to
Yes,
give
the next
Vanessa
one. I'm
to
hoping
Vanessa
this
to
year.
plan something. The fun event lady over here.
I see Vanessa gonna make us party, party.
And I also,
Wow.
before I continue, I love the fact that each of you know what your strengths are, and you
Yes.
work
Mhm.
in that lane, and nobody's trying to cross. We start crossing lanes, we cause
No.
Oh,
collision. So
She said,
everybody, I
ooh,
love the fact that everybody owns that, and everybody's like,
Anita.
she's good at that. I'm gonna let her have that. She's
yeah.
good at, so like, there's no
Yes.
division or confusion. Everybody
Mm-mm.
works
Exactly.
in that lane, and that's beautiful. Because sometimes working with family, I love
Okay.
family, but it can be challenging. But you
Mhm.
guys seem like a well-oiled machine, and so that's just beautiful. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
they
Thank
really
Thank
you.
you.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
won't
gonna
catch me
ask just a
playing.
couple questions. What impact or fingerprint do you want to leave on the planet? Either one, any one of you.
I think you
Actually,
guys are leaving it.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I
what
was
we're
just
doing
yeah.
now. What
we're
we're
doing
doing
it
now
right
because
now.
we've been here. Well, I've been here 9 years, and we're very well known in the community now and what we
Yeah.
do. So
Wow.
that's the fingerprint that I want to leave here.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. I was gonna
that's-
say they're living it.
they're
Yeah.
living their
And then we
fingerprint.
often ask people like, what is your purpose?
Yeah.
And I think that goes
Yeah.
with the impact, I
Yes.
think, but I'll let you guys answer that. what do you feel like your purpose is?
Yeah.
Well, I would like to leave more of awareness because again, this is it's they are here as adults with disabilities, and they're going to be babies that are born with disabilities. So it's not going to end.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why isn't any more awareness.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to keep doing until I close my eyes forever.
That's awesome.
Awareness.
That's awesome.
Aware. That's really good.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. And it takes the shame away from it, because sometimes I think people they don't want anybody to know they have a child with a disability. You know what I mean? And when my son grew up in the neighborhood, like the whole neighborhood knew Nicholas, because I always taught my kids, like when their friends came over and that's like, oh, your brother's making noise. And my kids would just explain, oh, that's Nicholas. He's fine. So their friends accepted him. And, at one point we had a yard, and Nicholas learned how to get out of the gate without me knowing. And his friends were, Miss Cameron, Nicholas is trying to get out the gate. And so people knew who he was. So I wasn't trying to hide him. So we had the community helping us. So I had to then put a lock on the gate. I'm just like, this boy, he was adventurous. We had plenty of stories about Nicholas, but so just not hiding it from people. And whenever I would share it with someone, or if I was in talking, and I would say I have a son with special needs, it never fails. Someone would come up to me after and be like, thanks for sharing that. I have a son, or I have a niece, I have a cousin. And so this is what it is. Like, we didn't ask for this, but God didn't make a mistake, right? And so he gives us the wisdom to take care of these blessings. I said Nicholas is a blessing in our family, and he serves his purpose. And so he loves to cook. Nicholas will clean. He's neat. You put a spoon in your sink, it will be washed. Be like, Nicholas, you don't have to wash the spoon. He's like, no, 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 no. He comes home, he lines his shoes
that's
up.
my type of person.
He would work well as
very. You would like him. He was very
But
neat.
you know what? Though, that's from training him as he grew up. Because a lot of these parents do not train them, and that's they do have issues or whatever, but they don't train them, and who the ones are trained and not. I know my one young lady who's been here with me forever. She go down the stairs one step at a time instead of going, the way we go down the stairs. I said, and she's capable of doing it. And I said, why do you go down the stairs like that? Because that's the way I was taught.
Oh, okay.
And so, and they just opened up my eyes. I'm like, wow. I said, so you got to train. You have, even though they may not seem like they understand it or get it. They get it. The one young lady, we have to tell her to brush her teeth every day because they did not tell her to brush her teeth. So every day, did you brush your teeth? No. Okay, I'm going now. That's what she said.
That's how she's so cute.
You have to train them. And so I commend you and Renita. I commend y'all for training them the way they're supposed to. Even though they have issues, there's other problems, but you still have to train them. And it will show when they get older.
And that's what when they get older, that's the important part. And I tell them, like, you're training them for adulthood. You're not training them because they're going to go through their child and they're going to go through those phases as a child, but as an adult, it's worse as an adult when they don't know it because it's harder. So just because you have a child with a disability, you still have to have them have their milestones with everything. You have to have their showing them how to brush your teeth and not doing it for them. They are very capable. And a lot of people think because they have a disability, like you said, they're a human first. They still don't have that natural thing to learn and and eager to learn. They have adults, we have our natural sensations of things. They have the exact same thing.
Exactly.
So that's what I say is so important to continue to train them as if they are normal. So like I said, brush your teeth, fixing up yourself, hygiene, jobs, anything. Like, they are super smart, and people just they don't think that they don't understand, so they understand.
Yep. No,
And
they
I also
do.
have my husband and Sleeta husband. I have to also include them too because they are so much of a part of it as well.
That's
I
so
mean,
good.
they do so much for them. You know, I mean, even if I
Yes.
go out of town and my husband's home with them or something like that, he will make sure they know that everything is taken care of. Make sure he's
Wow.
fed. You know,
That's
he's a cook.
nice.
He's actually both our husbands are cookers.
Yeah.
I mean that's the easy part, but still, you know, he'll make sure. He said, "I'm not gonna do all that extra stuff like you do," but he's gonna he's gonna make sure everything is taken care of correctly. So
Yeah.
I have to give a shout out to Kevin and
Yes.
James, our husbands.
And they are willing participants in the
They are
business.
willing. I don't force them to do nothing.
No, in the
And
business.
That's
they love,
good.
and they love saying like, "Oh, James, can I talk to you about something?" And they were like, "So it's like was being mean to me." And James, he's so like caring.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
am more,
sweet.
and I'm not saying I'm not caring, but I'm more like a stern, like make
Yeah.
sure
More
everything is
direct.
this.
Right.
And James is like, "Oh,
The
what they
softer
do to
side.
you? Why they do that to you?" And you get them hyped up over the stuff like that. You're like, "What? You need to tell them not to touch you or hit you like that or whatever." Like whatever the case, he's so
Yep.
caring. And like I said, he's the one that thought we should do it. And because his
Yeah.
mom works with children with disability.
Oh, okay.
In
and
Buffalo.
they don't have any children. Sleeta and James don't have
Yeah,
any
we
children.
don't have any. We have 4
Oh, okay.
dogs. That's our kids. But and I feel like I got 4 kids for my dogs.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're a lot of work.
We drop off ours to them.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Just realized it.
I just got one. I just got one little puppy. That's enough.
Yeah,
He's
so
good.
That's so good.
Wow.
Mhm.
I have enjoyed this so much. I think you all are amazing. You know, I just to hear the compassion, and I really would love to just like shout this from the rooftop and just try to
Yeah.
get this in more places because it's just so it's just so amazing. And then to have a family do it, all of you,
I love
and each
that.
one of you, like, okay, I can't deal with this today. I'm not sure how to deal with this. Can this one do this? And I don't know how to do this. Can this one do this? I think that that is just amazing.
Yeah.
That within itself just shows how God has just blessed you and blessed the family.
yes.
I know Mom H.E.R, so I know how they all get that from her. Things it's just been passed down, that love and support. You know, who would you say is your biggest cheerleader? You know,
Nessa.
Nessa.
All right, Vanessa.
She will trick you to think you could do a dance move if she
Might look horrible, but I'm gonna be over there like, yeah.
Rooting you on to the end.
But Ronnie has always
good.
been, she can dance. Ronnie used to be in the used to do African dance, and then you had the girls in it. I mean,
Yeah.
she
Not
was
used to,
not
she's
one to
still.
sit down. Ronnie
Still,
was
yeah, still.
always
She's
involved.
still dancing.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And putting us in it.
No, Nessa. She got Nessa. She didn't get me.
She can get you.
Get them in spurts.
Cassandra, me and Vanessa's on the praise dance team at our church.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and Vanessa is over the children, so she do all the. Vanessa's the main choreographer of the praise dance, both teams.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yes,
that fun
they
just
stay
carries
busy.
on.
They stay busy.
I thought we got rehearsal tonight.
Yeah, we do.
They really stay busy. It's amazing to me that they just always involved in something.
Yeah,
And
nice.
keep it up. So one question I want to ask, it was you, Ronnie, the first person that decided that you wanted to do this, to take care, and how did you find out about it?
Well, actually, from my grandson, we was at my grandson Little League football practice, and I seen this young man. He's an African American. And he had, you could tell he had a special need with him.
Right.
And every time we do something, he was always there. I'm like, do you work? You know, that type thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I work. He said, this is my job right here. And he started telling us about it. I'm like, oh, wow. I said, I never knew. I mean, we've been taking care of people like this all our lives, but
Right.
not at this point. And he told us about, his name is Gervais. He told us about it and how to go about it. And I got in touch with the company. And it's a long process. It's a long process of getting your license for your house.
Yes.
License process. You know, they check everything.
Yes.
They may know who you are, Cassandra. That's how much they check.
Right. Jeez, it's intense.
Yeah,
investigate like the FBI.
Yeah. And then Selena and Renita and Vanessa, they had to actually go through it too, because in order for someone to watch our clients, we have to be certified as well.
Okay.
So if me and my husband want to go somewhere, I can grab one of them and they can put me, or they go there, whatever, you know. So it is a long process. So that's how I found out about it. Just being nosy, just talking.
Wow. She said just being nosy.
No, that's called networking.
Networking. Always networking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using that instead of being nosy. I'm gonna say,
networking. I was networking.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I want to know is, how do each one of you take care of yourself, like self-care? Because I see that you're so busy, you know, and women need to understand that taking care of yourself or doing things for yourself is not selfish, but you need to pour into your own cup, you know, before you pour into everybody else's. So what do each one of you do to just pamper yourself a little bit or take care of yourself?
Well, first I have boundaries, because
Amen.
I have time boundaries, should I say, too. There is a rule in my house: do not bother me after 8 unless it's an emergency, because I do things too, and I would like to wind down just like you like to wind down. So I set time boundaries, and also I have Monday through Saturday. I'm like, y'all got me. Wherever you need to go, if I can go, which is 9 times out of 10, I will take you. Sundays I don't exist Sundays, because I need that time to just like rejuvenate and get myself together mentally, physically, whatever. So to me, just setting that boundary for yourself. And James, that goes for my husband too. Don't bother me. So, but it helps because he has his days, especially during football time. Don't bother me. So I just set boundaries for myself, because then that will help everybody understand. They will know, like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but you just know in advance. I told the parents and everything, Sundays is my time. So everybody know. I just set boundaries so I can get myself together.
Yes, that's really good. For me, I don't have that problem, because 7 o'clock, all 3 of them in the bed.
Oh wow, that's good.
That's good.
They go to bed early, not at my choice, that's their choice. So most of my me time is in. And then really around this time when they're at the program too, as well, I'll do my own me time as well. So I mean, there is some downtime for us, you know, but you know, there's no. We don't get PTO time. You know, we don't have PTO time, but I didn't have to set the boundaries. They set the boundaries for themselves.
That's good.
Like I said, they are already in their rooms. You know, one of them, she likes to come out mostly, but the other ones, they like to stay in their room mostly. You know, I have we have an upstairs and down, a second story, 2-story, and the downstairs living room and TV is theirs. They can watch whatever they want. That's your domain. Upstairs in the loft where my husband sits, that's his. So they know, you know, so I guess we do have boundaries, you know. But they know that, you know, if they sit there, they can watch what they want, which is mostly gonna be Disney or whatever anyway.
Right.
You know, so that's where I just do my downtime that way. And then the 4 of us, mainly the 3 of us, because Vanessa unfortunately is working full time at a different job right now, but that's going to change too. We're going to claim that in the name of Jesus. But anyway, we'll do things together. You know, maybe go out for breakfast. You know, we're about to incorporate exercise, right, ladies?
I've been doing it.
I'm talking about together, go to classes together. So
nice.
You're a very close-knit family, which I've always
love that. Vanessa, tell us what you do. We didn't hear your self-care regimen. I know
So
it's
my
fun, girl. I know
oh,
fun.
Not fun.
I mean, I don't do it as much, but I have a best friend. Like I met her here when I was working at another company, and
Mm-hmm.
like that's my sister. So like once we like told each other once a month we going out, like we doing something,
Yeah.
gonna have
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
we'll see you again next month. So
That's good.
like working and taking care of it start to like drain
Yeah.
on you, and then you
Yeah.
start getting attitude. And you're like, why I got an attitude? Because you
Mm-hmm.
didn't do nothing. I had
For
to learn
yourself.
that.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what I do. Once a month, and my
Mhm.
homegirl, we get up, we have a good time, we go home, and I see you next month. We in love now.
That's
That's
good.
good. That's really good.
Renita,
Really, yep.
Yeah, thank God for shout out to Alicia. She gave
Thank
us
you, because I
my
can't see myself
sister.
going out, Lord.
I was like, Lord, let her find somebody because you know I'm
Please,
boring.
Lord.
You know I'm boring.
Y'all
You
are
know
so
me too.
crazy.
Um,
That's
my
funny because Renita's the youngest and Vanessa's the oldest.
I
She's
know.
like,
I
I'm
said,
yeah,
over it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
already over it.
It's we finally knew the purpose behind it because I was like, well, I like this, but yeah, now we know.
Right.
But my way of winding it down, because I'm just always my mind is always thinking and I'm always doing something. Like right now, I'm in the AWS certification class. Like I just I'm just be in stuff. So my way of winding down is playing games with my son. So I play video games. And
Yeah.
then getting into uh bakeries type stuff. So making cakes, making cookies. I actually just made a batch like a couple of days ago.
I'm coming to
What
get some.
chocolate
I know.
sculptures
in
with
my order.
Still
fondant.
cooking too.
Yes, yes, I didn't forget your order. That's
Okay.
and and on that aspect, that's for my son. I started my the baking business so my son could take over because he is in
Yes.
culinary arts and he wants to do baking and pastry. And
Nice.
I was very blessed that he, said that he got
Yeah.
inspiration from me.
You
So
put
of course
down that
I was just
football
like
and
business.
decided to bake.
So I started that and it's not like jumping off right now because he's still in high school. So once he gets out of high school, he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna start taking over and I'll start, figuring out ways to market so he can get more business. But
Mm-hmm.
I've just been kind of learning, that kind of craft because it's fun. It doesn't require like for me to study, it just requires for me to focus and it
Yeah.
shuts my mind off. So that's my way of just kind of like winding it down
Mm-hmm.
or being on
Mm-hmm.
the video games fighting zombies. So
And speaking
Fighting zombies.
yes.
and speaking shutting their mind down, I know they didn't mention it, but Salida and Renita has their master's degree. Um, I'm
Nice.
about to graduate for and have my bachelor's. Vanessa's about to go to school and
Yes.
get her bachelor's. So
Wow.
That's so awesome. Oh my God.
yeah, Renita
Honey,
has
Congratulations.
what are
it.
you getting your bachelor's in?
A health administration. So we all
Yep.
everything we got our degrees in is going to help. Renita has hers
Yes.
in IT. Salida has hers
Mm.
in human resource. So
Oh,
Vanessa's about to have hers in social services. So we are all going to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
yes.
You guys are
We'll have
Wow.
a
awesome.
nice resume for us too.
Yes.
And that's really
Yes.
important. That's really important. I always said when I wanted my business that, you need to know people. You don't always have to have a degree in everything, but you need to know something about each area
Hmm.
and allow other people to do what their specialty is.
Yep.
You
That's
know,
Mm-hmm.
very
so
important.
that's very good because you have it completely all rounded out.
Yeah, that's
That's really
awesome.
Yeah.
important.
So I
Yeah.
have a question about the young ladies. Do they that you guys that live with you and you take care of, do they see their family member? Are they allow visits with their family? And if
Oh
they are,
yeah.
is it like Sundays or is it like whenever?
And that's the again the part of the how blessed we are because well for me I have great relationships with both their parents. One, her aunt has custody over it, but I have a great relationship with her. And then the other young lady, I have a great relationship with her parents. So they do visit or they come
Mm-hmm.
over. Her brothers come over. I know
Oh,
their brothers.
nice.
Yeah, so I we definitely encourage and thank God that they have family, because a lot of them don't have
Yeah.
anybody to
Mhm.
Wow.
go to. So even for holidays, they just spend some time with them, and then
Nice.
like I definitely encourage it. But if they didn't, yeah, you just stay home and open some
Yeah.
gifts. But
Yeah.
I always encourage both sides. Like this is a team effort.
Mhm.
So yeah.
That's
for
good.
and for me, the one who's the oldest, her father lives in Texas. So
Okay.
they'll she'll go there maybe once or twice a year, and he'll come here once or twice a year. And then she
Mhm.
do have a sister who lives here, but she lives closer to Vegas. And
Okay.
so they know us. I mean, we have
Yeah.
very good relationship, very good
Yeah.
relationship. The other one, the second one, her mother lived practically maybe 3 miles from us, but
Wow.
they have that strained relationship. So she'll go
Okay.
over there,
Mm.
Yeah.
and then she said, "I'm gonna spend the night." I said, "Okay," and then she'll call me later. Veronica, can you come pick me up? I said,
I
"Oh, you
changed
want
my
to come
mind.
home?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the last one, there is the reason why she is in the home is because of the family. So that
Okay.
she has a guardian who has to take care of all that for her.
Yeah.
So I see her mother on, FaceTime, and we'll talk that way.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
met her, but the other ones,
Okay.
yeah, they know us really well.
That's
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
and that's
awesome.
that's important too, because they need to know that their loved ones is being safe and
Yeah.
taken care of.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they know they are, because they be
Yeah.
ready to come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be like, I'm happy to see my dad, but I'm ready to come home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
And they know my mom. So
Well,
they're my
that's good.
one girl, young lady, her parents know my mom. She's like, I got some apples or something, because they grow fruit in their
Okay.
backyard. Like, we got some lemons for your parents if they. So
Oh,
they
wow.
all like they know us because we're always around. But then
That's
I
good.
always introduce as well, so they
mhm.
know for backup for me
Yeah.
that they know that they could go to my parents or something. So
Okay.
we just all can just be one accord for that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
them knowing that even if something happened to me, they'll still have a backup behind a
Yeah.
backup
That's
behind
so
a backup.
good.
So yeah.
Yeah. That's so good. Yes.
I'm just
Mhm.
amazed at the family affair.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
family affair.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And we're trying to
Mm-hmm.
do a family compound too, because we live too far apart from each other. And I'm sick of driving 45 to 50 minutes to Nessa
Yeah.
house.
50 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Like the Kennedys. We need a compound.
We need a compound.
Still our own houses, but close.
But
Right.
But
closer.
close.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, but a little bit closer. Down
Yes.
the street, like my big fat Greek wedding, they all lived on the same block.
Yeah.
Right.
I have
I
an
want to
aunt
use a
whose
golf cart
family
to
is
get
like
to
that.
Right.
their
There's
houses,
four
not
houses.
fill up my
Yeah.
gas tank just to drive to Nessa. I just want to get in a golf cart and say,
There you
I'm on my
go.
way. I see you in
Yeah,
Mhm.
2 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Not
because
20 hours.
Yeah. I stay the
right.
farthest from,
Yes.
so I'm used
Oh,
to
that's
Yeah,
it.
great.
Well, Vanessa
That is
lives a half an
great.
hour from me, and so
Okay.
this is what, like, I give you an example. I just took my two granddaughters, Vanessa's daughter and Renita's daughter, out on Tuesday. So I had to go pick up Vanessa's daughter, Anaya, and Vanessa lived a half an hour away. Then I
Okay.
had to go pick up Millie, and she lives a half an hour away from, no, 20 minutes from Vanessa, but a half an hour away from me. And then
Okay.
if I wanted to go see Sleeta, she's another 25 minutes away. So, and they
Oh,
all
Oh
live
my
wow.
right by,
gosh.
they all, so I'm in the car for at least 2 hours just trying to pick up my grandkids.
That's just
Wow. That's some serious driving, man.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
No reminder.
right.
But it's worth it though.
We
It's
always
worth
feel
it.
bad.
Of
It's
course.
worth
Of
it.
course.
Wow. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just beautiful there though. It's just beautiful. It really is.
Mhm.
I'm really hoping to get there this summer.
Oh, good.
But it's just beautiful there. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely love it. So Jackie, did you want anything else before we close out? I just think that you all, maybe you should write a book or something to tell people to explain it, because this is so needed. This program is so needed, and I'm so
Mm-hmm.
grateful for you to
Mm-hmm.
come and be on here, and hopefully we can spread the word,
Yeah.
because people don't realize how important it is,
Yeah.
that people that cannot always speak up for themselves. Have people that care.
Yeah.
And have people that want to be supportive of them. I think that's just so important.
Yeah.
And I think that you all are such a blessing to this world right now in that area.
Yeah. And I think for me, I would say thank you. Know how they tell the military people, thank you for your service. I want to say thank you for your service because you guys are truly a well-oiled, I'm gonna say army. And so I love what you're doing. I love that you each have your own giftings and talents and that you guys you even have the administrative, the human, the resource, the all the social piece, like all of the pieces that you don't even have to go outside of your family to hire anybody because you guys have everything it takes to run this business. And so that's definitely a blessing. So I pray God's blessing over this. I pray that it grows exponentially and that these young people are blessed to have you, just like you feel like you're a blessing to them. They are blessed to be in your homes and your lives. And God is just smiles down on people like each of you who have that heart and that compassion and treat people like family. And so this is amazing work. And sometimes this work may not get recognized by others, but God sees everything that you're doing and He will reward you for everything you're doing. So stay the course and just keep growing this business because it's definitely a blessing and it's definitely needed. So I thank each of you for taking the time to come and say hello to us and let people know that this exists. And there are people out there that do care about individuals with disabilities, and we treat them like they are family. So thank you so much for doing this and taking the time.
Thank you for
Thank you so much,
Thank you for
Ronnie.
having us. Yes. We appreciate you. We appreciate you ladies too, just making us be aware of ourselves.
Right.
I appreciate
I really would hope when this releases to drop this in the spirit of other people so that hope maybe it'll be something. Hi, James. This will be something that they can start themselves. And that's why I made the comment. You're never too old. If you have a heart for it and it's what you do, you can still do it. And I think your compassion is just, it's just overwhelming. It's just overwhelming.
And not to like bring up politics, but it's super important, especially in the era where now that diversity, equity, and inclusion is being attacked. Don't count them out. And I want to give them a fight to discount them out before they do. So I appreciate you guys giving them a voice and a platform because again, my daughter, when she gets older, I want her to know, regardless of her disability, that she will have a choice, even though right now she don't want to learn crap. When she gets older, she knows that she can learn. She knows there's going to be an outlet and a platform and that she has a voice and they can't take that away once they have it. So thank you guys.
And we have to be the ones to hold that door open.
Right. Yeah. And just to back off what Renita said, we just want them to feel like you can take over the world, but the way you take over the world will be different than my way.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which way you do it, have that do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I often like to say with my son too, when people ask me, I'm like, he lives life excellent on his level.
Exactly.
So it's not just about, no, he's doing well. He lives life excellent on his level. And even making the decision to have him go, in this residential setting was because I know I'm not going to always be here. So I wanted to be, but I said, if I can do this and be here and see this partnership happen, that's a blessing. And like you guys, he comes to visit, but when it's time to go, he be getting on his shoes. I mean, and sometimes I'll drop him off. Sometimes they pick him up. I'll drop him off. And we get in the house. He's like upstairs. They be like, Nick, you going to say bye to your mother? He'll come down and give me a quick kiss. And he be up them stairs. And I'm like, oh my God. So he's the DJ. And that makes me feel good. And he's the DJ in the house. He loves music. So he be blasting music. They be, Nick, turn it down. And he'll turn it down. And when everything is quiet, it back up with Nicholas. We can hear it, Nicholas. So I love that. That makes me sleep well well at night, knowing that he wants to be there and that they take good care of. There's one young man in there that's, I mean, he's taken the liking to Nicholas. He's like my son. He calls me mom. He takes Nicholas to church. He goes get his hair cut. He takes him to his mother's house. She has like a china plate setting for Nicholas when he comes. He takes him to cookouts. Like it's a blessing. So he does well, but it gives me joy that he's ready to go when it's time to go. He's not acting like I don't want to go back. He's just like, bye. I'm like, okay. He's good. So that, so there's a blessing to have people like you where parents can rest well at night, knowing that their children are being taken care of and they're in good hands. So this has just been a blessing for me as well. So thank you, ladies. We're going to give you back your evening. And we're gonna have to have you back as this business continues to grow.
Oh,
so you
yeah.
can tell us like where you are and what's going on. Yeah, definitely updates. Well, nice meeting each of you, and you enjoy the rest of your evening. Blessings.
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye.